Peace. Peace to the true and living. Peace to the human families of the planet Earth. And peace to the gods of Earth and the babies. Yo, this be the God Lashim, unique Lashim of law, understanding. Thank you to everybody who checked out the video I did about the Father giving knowledge itself to a Caucasian guy or devil, whatever you want to classify it as. Shout out to the God Freedom. I appreciate you, Freedom, for sending me the information on Azreal. As I said in the earlier video, that I was probably 14 years old when I first came upon Azreal. And this was like in the early 80s or 80s, something like that. You feel me? And I came across Azreal at the Universal Parliament. And like I said, a lot of brothers was like, nah, that devil can't be in here. And this ain't right and this and that. And, you know, dealing with my physical degree at the time, even though I knew 120 at 14, I was, you know, like somewhat taken back a little bit by, you know, his presence at our Universal Parliament, because I wasn't used to seeing a Caucasian at our Universal Parliament. Not saying that I'm on some prejudice, because we in the 5%, like, we righteous beings. So it's not about being prejudiced. And like I said in my other video, the worst devil is a black devil, because he could come amongst us. You know what I mean? At least with the Caucasian devils, at least you got your eyes open and you watching them at front or whatever. You feel me? Well, the God Freedom, shout out to him again. I appreciate you, Freedom. He sent me the video, you know what I mean, so I could do the knowledge to Azreal. So I watched the video earlier this morning, and, you know, I did the knowledge to it, but I wasn't really pleased with the video. And look, I don't have nothing against Azreal. So if you viewing this is the God Lashim. I have nothing against you personally, but I will say this, just born in my universal truth, or the universal truth with how I see it. Like, the Father gave him knowledge itself, so I won't dispute the Father's actions, because I wasn't even born, or I wasn't there at the time, or whatever the case may be. So the Father did what he felt that he wanted to do or whatever. So I won't challenge the Father's decision or nothing. But there was one God inside the video that I just viewed on Azreal, and y'all can go check that video on Azreal if y'all want to. But the video that I just viewed on it, the one God, I'm not sure his name, but the God, the dark-skinned knowledge brother, he had a very good point that he illustrated, because he said that the Father Allah taught Azreal all this knowledge, and just from the appearance of how the video things transpired in the video with Azreal, the brother has said, look, it's like the God gave him mad knowledge, and it was all like wasted, because he's not displaying that the Father gave him knowledge in a very positive aspect. And to some degree, I have to agree with that, because of his physical appearance in the video. It don't get me wrong or misinterpret me, because we all fall on hard times or whatever, or we all go through struggles or whatever the case may be. But wisdom is your ways and actions. And you know what I mean? Wisdom is the universal cleanser as well. And you know, that's the wisdom that you amplify. You feel me? So, you know, it wasn't really a good look through my eyes. And like I said again, I have nothing against Azreal, but this is another thing that I would like to address as well. And one time I heard the Earth See Asia say it, and shout out to the Earth See Asia, peace to her, from your brother Lashing. But I heard Asia say it, like, a lot of things that was going on, just because the Father came in contact with somebody, or the Father did certain things, brothers be letting like negative behavior slide because it was the Father, or because it was one of the first non-borns. Not saying that the first non-born did anything, but I'm just giving you an example that brothers be letting things slide. Oh, nah, he knew the father. He used to be with the father and this and that. Like, salute to the father. Mad respect. All praises due to Allah. Mad respect to the father, the founder of our nation. But y'all got to remember, man, we all God. You feel me? There's no big God, little God. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, just because the father did a couple of things don't mean everything the father did was right. You know what I mean? Especially in the eyes of the law or just in our eyes. You know what I mean? Because we all striving for perfection, but none of us is at perfection yet. You feel me? Nobody's perfect. So, you know, the father was subject to errors, and that's something that a lot of brothers be like stiff-necked and rebellious about, or they don't want to acknowledge that shit. Like a lot of people put a lot of people, and I'm not just saying the father Allah, Malcolm, Gandhi, like Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey. A lot of people put certain black leaders on a pedestal to where it's like they holier than thou. They can't do nothing wrong on some pure Jesus, like some crazy, like purity. Like there was no imperfections within the person, and the person was here in a physical form. And that's something that I disagree with. And another thing that I wanted to address in this video as well is like a lot of brothers try to bring another brother down when his intentions is good. And that's not cool. That just from my perspective, that's not cool. Sometimes it's not good to always judge a person by their actions. Sometimes it's good to judge a person by the intent of their actions, because sometimes the intent might be good, but the action might come out kind of bad, but their intentions is real good and pure. You know what I mean? So sometimes I just suggest to people that sometimes you judge a person by the intent of their actions, not just the action, because like I said, and I will reiterate, sometimes the intention could be real good and pure, but the action could still come out wrong. You feel me? So just to say that, and like, you know what I mean? The Father Allah was the greatest, man. Don't get me wrong, but nobody's perfect, and everybody's subject to making some flaws every now and then. So let's not go there like, you know, everything that the Father did was right and exact and great. Because, you know, and this is no disrespect to the Father or anybody in the nation, and I hope you don't take it wrong on some emotional shit. But it's like like I said, a lot of brothers, and I was like this when I was young too, at a certain time, but my age and my life experiences got me some growth and development on the situation. But there was a time when I first was getting knowledge of self, if you said anything crazy about the Father, I'd probably be on your head. You feel me? Just on some real truthful stuff. You feel me? And I'm trying to keep the profanity to a limit. I'm striving to keep my profanity to a limit because I don't want to amplify that, because I know this baby probably viewing this. But you know, I was like at a time, like the Father could do no wrong and this and that. And then I started hearing a little bit of negativity, different things that him and the non-born was doing or whatever. And I don't want to give that out to the nation or bad energy. But at the same time, I'm not going to be one to hide truth. So let's keep it gully with each other, and let's keep it truth. If we the poor righteous teachers who speak truth, you know, and truth is the power, which is the light. Let's shine the truth right, man. Let's not just, oh no, this person was holier than thou. Let's not do that, man. You feel me? And I just, you know, I'm just, like I said, I don't have no beef towards Azreal or whatever his name is, and nothing negative to say about him really bad. But the video that I just saw him in, it didn't amplify a good light. And I know we all go through different physical ailments or whatever. So I'm not going to say what he went through in his physical life, because I don't know that man personally. But when I seen him, when I see him at the age that I was 14, he was mad bigger. He presented himself like in a more like civilized way. He was more like diplomatic in his movements. And the person that I saw in the video wasn't really a good example of the 5% nation. And I know a lot of y'all might say, who am I to judge that? I'm God, first and foremost. And we all could judge things how we see it. And that's just how I saw it. But like I said, he seemed like a peace brother. And he may be a righteous brother. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know him. And I never been up close to him personally. Only once when I was 14. So that's where it is with that. But yo, this is unique, La Shame of Law. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. It's called Keep Low. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all love this nation. I love building and teaching the babies and growing. But just remember, man, there's a lot of brothers who can quote 120 and they can go all through the lessons, but they ain't doing that in their physical life to elevate economically and family oriented in those perspectives and just building and contributing to the nation. But they could quote, like a parrot can quote something if you teach them, and that don't mean you got to understand it to it. And just because I ran into mad brothers that can quote 120 lessons and it sounds so beautiful, and they ain't really doing nothing to amplify that through the wisdom, which is your ways and actions, or to show it, to live 120. You understand what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to nobody in this nation, but I just feel that that was something that needed to be addressed. So love is love. Peace to the 5% nation. Peace to all the God, earth, and babies. Yo, love is love. This unique La Shame of Law. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's called Keep Low. And I wish you all peace and prosperity. Peace.